countertops. I liked the shape of the kitchen, the sizes, the spaces, but most of the decor was old, it was dated, it definitely wasn't to my taste. So updating it to something that was a little more modern, a little more reflective of what I wanted was my goal in what I did. You know, I'm new to the community, so it was hard for me to find contractors. So I did just the craziest thing. I asked Facebook. And Facebook came back with 3 or 4 names, and I called those 3 names, and one person just jumped on, was very responsive, was timely, met with me quickly, and I felt so comfortable that I just went with that contractor over the other 2 or 3 that I'd interviewed. I hired Remodeling Journey mostly because of Justin. He came out, he asked the right questions. He asked what I liked and what I didn't like. He listened to what I wanted. We talked about the process, we talked about past experiences, and he really impressed me with his knowledge, his professionalism, and his project management skills. Those were all kind of a big deal for me. I definitely had a general feel for what I wanted. I knew granite for the countertop, I knew tile for the backsplash, but picking granite and picking tile and doing those design pieces, I've done it before, but it's still always hard to know what it's going to look like when it's done, when it's completed. Justin had some really good people that he worked with. He sent me out to their sites. They were very responsive. They helped me really design it, see exactly what I was going to get, and I really appreciated all their help. Working with the company was really excellent. For me, project management is everything. That's the person who says, this is the order you do things, this is the timeline for those things. And they really nailed it. In every step of the process, it was communicated to me. I would meet with certain people at certain times. Those meetings happened exactly as planned. That people would come out to do the work exactly at certain times, and they all showed up on time. They were professional, they were clean, they were neat, they never left a mess behind. Truly, it was a professional crew and did a professional job for me. Job Trends was their project management software, and it kind of showed who was going to do which portions of the project by day. Because my job was really a 5-day job, I got a printout at the start of the job, and I kind of knew the expectation for each day. The schedule I got was spot on. When Justin came out the first day, he told me we'd probably be doing our work at a certain week in March, and sure enough, it was exactly that week in March when we did the job. He and I talked about things that I wanted to do as well in the kitchen that were separate from the job, so we scheduled the job over a weekend to give me 2 days in the middle, and that worked great. On the first day too, Justin quoted me a price. He quoted me, but he also communicated that for my design elements, especially for the backsplash, there was a certain amount allotted per linear foot on the job, and he told me what that amount was for the sink as well. So that as I went out and picked out things, I knew what I was going over budget. There were no surprises. The amounts that I went over were small. And in the end, I came in under on one project too, and I got credit for that as well. So my bid ended up varying by less than $200 for a significant size of the bill in total. $200 was just the smallest amount to go off by. Favorite part was the end of each day. Every day I could come into the kitchen. I knew they were working. I tried to stay out of their way, but at the end of the day, they'd say, okay, we're gonna leave now. And I'd come into the kitchen and there was that wow moment every day. Oh, look at the change, look at the difference it made. And I was excited every day, just like that. I hadn't gotten the backsplash done. I didn't have the plumbing set up yet, but I had the granite in. The first thing I did was cook myself a meal. You know, I had no water in the kitchen or anything, and I didn't mind. I was just so excited to be working on my new countertops. I just couldn't wait. Unquestionably worth it. Every penny was worth it. Every minute that I waited was worth it. And the wait was not very long. When I moved here 3 years ago, getting a contractor was a 6 or 8 month delay. This project was start and finish within about 4 weeks. So it was enough time to really build up the excitement and not enough time to be annoyed by the delay. I would recommend Justin and Remodeling Journey without hesitation. You look at what your goals are, you look at the costs associated with it. They were worth every penny that I invested in my kitchen. The project was painless start to finish. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them to my friends, my family, to anyone.